We're getting close to finishing ranking 210 Queen songs, and it's been a hell of a long journey, but we're nearly there. This is round 7. Okay, so we're in the penultimate round. We're in round 7. It's the second to last round. We're only intending to take this to 8, and we're getting pretty close. In the last couple of videos, we've managed to do 2 rounds each video, and this one here, round 7, I want to do this in one video so we can save round 8 for the final one. And what I want to try and do in this one is to do it fast. I'm going to try and talk very little, and I'm going to just try and lay it all out there so that we can get ourselves all set up. But I don't want to just all of a sudden wipe through this and not have you see it, so we're going to go through and we're going to do this as best we can. I'm also not going to show you at the end the order of the 210. I'm going to leave you guessing on that because I'd like to keep that for we're at the end of round 8. So we're now getting to the point where you can roughly guess where most of the songs are sitting based on all my choices, and now it's just going to be really interesting to see how it all goes. I'd like to sum up all 210 right at the end and have it be a surprise to even myself. So that's going to be really fun for us to do, but without prattling on too much, let's smash out round 7.
Tell the long story of later rock and glory of midday men who starts to take over the road. Instead of twice the magic, I'm 6-man golden daddy who thought that maybe the next big thing I'd win. So where are they and on and galore? We're in the same farm shed we were in before. How do you bring what's not been fought for before? And wait for an option. Do it by yourself.
Another one bites the dust versus Bohemian Rhapsody. Man.
Uphill battle contestant, sound nasal decongestant. There's so much victory over hand show creaking. Adding that kicks like distance, begging if we should dance. Praying to three people who might rather gay. We would be here all day if we waited for you. How much would you strip out to bag or just to take all our loved ones and gestures we do? Noise and a laptop, just do it by yourself.
That was hard. Okay, so I'm not going to show you the top 10, I'm not going to show you the top 210, I'm not going to show you anything of that, but we can take a moment to have a quick chat about what's happening with the albums and what's happening with the songwriters, and that's all you're getting today. That's all you kind of need for the 2 people that are watching this. What I have got here is I've got the album table, and you can see Day at the Races at the top, which is a huge surprise to me, but there you go. Night at the Opera second, A Miracle, Queen 2 in the Game. There's our top 5. That's pretty huge. Our bottom 5 are Flash Gordon, Made in Heaven, Hot Space, Smile and Queen Rocks. So, you know, that's what that is. You'll see what I've got here is I've got kind of 5 columns. The first column is the average, and that's across all the tracks that are associated with that album. So that's the average scoreline. Remember, 3 being absolutely top and 0 being the bottom, so an average of 2.1 is pretty amazing. This next column here is the A-sides. The A-sides are those songs that were released, the singles. And so that tells you about the singles from that album. Then the next one is TR, tracks. Those are the non-singles from that album. So you can see for Day at the Races, I like the ones that weren't releases slightly more than I do like the ones that were releases. Same thing with Night at the Opera, Miracle, pound for pound are the same. Queen 2, more of the tracks. You get down to News of the World, and I like the A-sides better than the tracks. That's what it says here. These next two columns are B for B-sides and then the DE for your demos. So some albums don't have demos and B-sides attached to it. That's what's going on there. So you can have a look, there's all the details there. Down the bottom you've got your kind of overall. So of the 53 A-sides, they're averaging a 1.5. Of the 126 tracks that aren't A-sides, they're 1.6. For your B-sides you've got 13 of them average 1.4 and your demos are 1.2. Now just a quick word on B-sides. B-sides are songs that you wouldn't normally find on the album anyway, and they're there, you can only find them as B-sides. For example, I'm in Love With My Car, the B-side to Bohemian Rhapsody, is not counted as a B-side because you can get it on the album, whereas I Go Crazy, the B-side to Radio Gaga, I think, you can't get that on the album, so it's a B-side. Down here you can see the album's greatest hits 1, which was a lot higher, is now dropped to 1.6. Greatest hits 2 is at 1.7, so greatest hits 2 has snuck up and overtaken greatest hits 1. Greatest hits 3, there's only 9 tracks that we're counting from that, and I think everyone would be okay with it being a 1.2. But for non-greatest hits, for the other ones, other songs, it's 1.5, and that's what you'd kind of expect. So that just tells us where we are. So interesting. Songwriters, these are the songwriters that we're dealing with here, ranging with Lucas, the writer of April Lady, Mercury and Taylor. They wrote one particular song, Breakthrough, so they wrote that. I know on the album it's considered that Queen wrote Breakthrough, but like going through all the popular ideas, is that Mercury and Taylor got together for that one, and so that's their one song together. And you go down, it's not till you get to May with 59 songs you get something really significant. And that's why I've got over here contributors. So Brian May is sitting there at 1.5, Mercury at 1.49, Taylor at 1.46, and John Deacon at 1.35, and that's probably where they're going to stay for next round. Let's see. And then lastly, down the bottom here, I have this breakdown of the rounds and how they're going. So how many 3-0 wins, how many 3-1 wins, how many 2-0 wins, and how many 2-1 wins. So you can see that in round 1 and 2 we had lots of 3-0 wins, lots of blowouts, and down here in round 7 there were only 8 3-0 wins, and that means that it's just getting closer and closer. And we track over to the 2-1s, and the last 2 rounds have been 45-46 2-1 wins, which means it's getting real hard, and I can imagine the next round that's going to be nuts. Yeah. That's what we're looking at. Those are the numbers. Enjoy the stats while you can. So here's the plan going forward. The plan going forward is the next video I have will be round 8. I'm going to do it much the same as I did this one. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do all the matchups. But unlike this one where I just plowed straight through and I didn't mention anything to you, what I'm going to do in that one is I'm instead probably going to talk about a few of the key matchups along the way, because it will be the final round. It'll be my last chance to talk about it, so let's just do it. But at the end of that video, I'm not going to give you the big list of the 210 anyway. I'm going to save it for another video, and I'm just going to have one big fat reaction video, and I'll release them both at the same time so you're not freaking out. But if anyone ever wants to go back and not listen to me talk about it and just go straight in and look at the order of 210, that'll be there as a separate video. I think that'll be kind of fun. You don't agree? I don't know. It's my video. Go away. But for any of you that are sitting there thinking, but what about Bohemian Rhapsody Watch? If you're not telling me the order of things, how do I know Bohemian Rhapsody? Well, I will tell you. They are 20 seconds. That's your Bohemian Rhapsody Watch for this video. Otherwise, that's it. We're all done for this one. Hopefully you are well, and hopefully you are still alive after all these really long looks at my favourite band using Excel spreadsheets. Come on a weird journey with me.